2017 Antique Arms Show in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'll be talking to Arno Bernard Knives. First of all, Mr. Arno Bernard, sir, pleasure to meet you.
Glad to meet you as well.
Thank you. And your son, John?
Nice to meet you.
How are you, sir?
Good, and yourself?
Outstanding. You've got 3 other sons that are involved in the business as well, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, very good. Well, Arno, if you would just tell me how and why you got into knife making, and just a very quick pan of this is an example of some cutlery, steak knives,
yes.
And then moving along are some examples of the knives that your sons are currently making for the company.
Yes.
So let him do it. So now, Arno, first of all, since you were the originator of the company, what got you interested in knives and why did you start making knives?
Yeah, the first time I wanted to collect knives, and then I started, and it was so expensive, and then I read some books about knife making, and then I decided I'll try to make my own knives, and then I went to a course and how to make knives, and from there I developed myself.
Okay, very good. Now, what part of the world are you from, Arno?
We are from South Africa, Bethlehem.
Bethlehem?
In the Free State.
Right.
Yes, in South Africa.
Right, in South Africa.
Yes.
South Africa, of course.
Yes.
Now, were you born and raised in South Africa?
Yes, I was born in Paris, not South Africa.
Paris, South Africa. Yeah, a lot of folks don't understand that the more famous cities sometimes have duplicate names in other parts of the world.
Paris in South Africa.
Yeah, they don't quite have the Eiffel Tower, but they have some other good views, I'm sure.
There's a big road running through Paris.
Well, that's a good view then too, huh? Okay. So, when did you first start making your own knives? What time frame?
25 years ago.
About 25 years ago?
Started making knives, yes.
Okay. And what style did you start working with?
Mostly I design my knives, and yes, I like this design. Most of these are my designs.
So the knives on the table are actually some of your original designs?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
And then your sons have taken over and moved on with that?
Some of them I phase out and bringing in new designs.
Right.
So yes, I must do the designs on the knives. Yes.
Okay, very
Even
good.
today.
Even today.
Yeah.
Good. What's as an example, the steak knives that you showed earlier, is that a design from a longer period of time ago?
No, it's about 6 months ago, yes.
So you came up with that design about 6 months ago. Very good.
Yes. I got a friend, but he's also a knife maker, but he died. And that's most like his style. He liked the sleek knives. I copied not the knives, but the style.
The style, the handle, the shape.
We were big friends, yes.
Right. Now, and that's quite an elegant, nice,
yes.
Very elegant design to your steak knives. I like the liner underneath the scales. Very beautiful. Of course, we have a lot of reflection on these polished knives in this room because of the LED lights. But just a very fine, elegant, just fits in the hand, balances, and light. Of course, nice for cutting your steak or whatever you have to cut at the meal. Do you have any other field type knives that are more recent designs for you that you've come up with?
The recent design, something like this, yes. I designed this one as well.
But how old is that design for you?
About 4 months.
4 months ago. Okay.
4 months ago.
So you're still coming up with shapes and styles.
New designs, yes.
Right.
Yes. This is for hunting. We can cut through and skin a deer or something like that.
Like a caping knife,
yes.
Almost. Out of curiosity, what is your price for that knife in U.S. dollars?
The price is $300.
$300. And as an example,
sheath. It comes with a sheath.
With the field sheath that's behind.
Hand stitch. And John, he's doing all the hand stitching on the.
John is doing the sheath making in the shop as well.
Yes.
Beautiful. And it looks like the steak set that you have here is $750 US.
Yes.
Okay. Now there's another avenue of building something that you've been doing, and that's pens, ballpoint pens.
Yes, that is a sort of a sideline. As a hobby.
Right.
So I build the pins as a hobby, not actually for selling them, but actually for a hobby.
Something else to do.
Something else to do in my spare time.
Right. Now, you're using materials from animals, and that material is coming from some of the taxidermy services in your area.
Yes.
And these are also materials from the animals that would be typically discarded or thrown away by
most of these are parts that I throw away.
Right.
They actually give it to me
right.
because they have no use for it.
Yeah. So in essence, you're recycling that material. It's not just being thrown away.
It's not thrown away anymore, so I can use it on the pens. Yes.
So
I like a lot of natural materials.
Right.
I don't like synthetic stuff. I like the natural materials.
Yeah.
That's my love for it. Yes.
Well, if you would just give us a couple of examples. You've got, I believe, pen material, or for the shaft of the pens,
Yes.
you're using material from 3 different animals. Am I correct? And 1 plant.
Yes, this is the inner core of kudu horn. Goes in front.
That would be the pens here.
And these are from prickly cactus.
Prickly pear cactus.
Yes, the skeleton.
Right.
And these are warthog.
The ones that have more like rounded spots are for warthog tusk, correct?
And these are also from a kudu that one day.
From kudu horn. Okay. Very good. And in some cases, you are able to use some level of mammoth material as well.
We use mammoth, but yes, we tried to, but
It's more rare, I imagine.
It's more rare, very expensive material.
Right.
But we do some knives in molars. Yes, mammoth molars, because we get that out of Siberia.
Yeah.
Russia, yes.
Well, and those are turning up more and more with some of the permafrost melting in that area and revealing some of those
There's
animals.
a lot of mammoth in Russia, but it's very protected.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, very good. And in this case, and then we also have pins that are made from, or the bodies are made from giraffe kneecap, correct?
Yes, the spons bone.
The spons bone from the giraffe.
Spons bone it comes when the kneecap is the last part of the bone is spons bone.
Okay, spons bone.
Yeah, it's very porous.
Very porous? Yes. So obviously when you're making material from horn or bone, and if it's porous, you're adding an acrylic or resin?
I put some resin into it to stabilize it.
Right. So as an example, these pins are the spons bone of the giraffe and stabilized with resins.
Resins, yes.
Now, are you also using resins in some of the other pins?
I must use, because it's
Very
porous. It's very porous, so I use to stabilize it.
The resin, and that's in almost all of the natural materials.
Yes,
that
but
you're using,
the basic of it's natural material with resin into it.
right. And then the price of your pins are, I believe you said, $100, correct?
So average $100, yes.
Average. Okay. Very good. Well, now getting into the family history now. So, and well, let me back up just a bit. Professionally, your background, were you a farmer or an agricultural man?
I was actually a school psychologist when I was younger, and then I took a sort of a package, and I used the money to build my business.
Your knife making business.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so, John, his background as a school psychologist, has he been able to work on you at all, or play any games?
No.
You've been way ahead of that curve, having a dad from that background, huh? Yeah. Okay, good. Your brothers, have they come over to the States on this trip or no?
Yes, yeah, they're busy. They were at the SHOT Show yesterday.
Okay.
So they're taking a break.
So did you folks had a table or a booth at SHOT Show as well?
Booth at the SHOT Show. Yes.
Ah, very good.
We actually they go into the business to selling to companies,
Right.
Yes, and dealers and things. So they.
There was a gentleman earlier that was here that we talked a little bit.
Yes.
He's one of your regular clients.
Yeah, so they develop into more retail stores and things like that.
Right.
I was just I developed the company, but now they took it further.
Right. And so, is there a lot of competition between you and your brothers, John?
Not really, no.
Not really. Get along well?
No, we get along really well. I think that's a core of our business. Each brother has his own department that he runs, so it makes it easier to
To
get
stay
every side of
focused
the
on that
business.
particular aspect of the knife making.
Yes, yeah.
And you're the sheep man, right?
I'm the sheep man, yeah. I don't
The
do
leather
any work.
worker.
No.
Yeah, we could come up with a song like that. I am the sheep man. you know the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
So, okay, very good. Well, listen, you come to the States about, I think you said about twice a year?
Yeah, when I was on my own, I come to the States about 5 times a year.
Oh, really?
I do the Blade Show
Right.
at that time, and I do some of the shows in Oregon. And, yes, and Blade Show and New York Knife Show, but now I'm scaling down.
Scaling
But
down.
I do the job
I think
now.
you said semi-retired.
Semi-retired.
Okay, well, very good. Well, gentlemen, you have a very good show. I hope maybe perhaps to see you at Blade later this year. Take good care, and thank you very
so
much.
Thanks for your
Well, I'm just interested. I'm curious. I see something beautiful, and I want to take a look at it. You know.
There's no replacement for quality.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much.
Very nice. Thank you.